This is a installation that we're really proud of. It's a custom installation on a Napoleon 1101P wood stove insert. It's kind of the little sister of the 1402. This stove is rated at 2,000 square feet, has a burn time, once you load it up with good hardwood, oak or almond, of about 7 hours. It has a rheostat control on the fan motor, one built-in very quiet fan that is also on a thermostat that kicks on at 150 degrees and then it'll also kick off at 150 degrees. You can shut it off if you don't want to have the fan running, or you can put it on real cold days when you want to have some circulation through the stove. The difference in the 1402 and the 1101 is, as you can see, this can be mounted flush right to the face of the fireplace, where the 1402 is going to stick out about 4 or 5 inches. And this stove, it's everything that the 1402 is. It's just a little bit of a smaller model. It has the clear glass for a beautiful view of the fire. They stay really clean due to the air wash, and it's been a great stove. One of the things that really sets the Napoleon stoves apart from other stoves is they have built-in blowers. So it's not an add-on, where a lot of companies you have to spend an additional $350 or so to put a blower on your stove. These come built-in with it. It has a rheostat control right here. You can go ahead and shut it off and not use it at all, or you can turn it on. The blower goes on and off from a thermostat, and when the stove reaches about 150 degrees. The really cool thing about these Napoleon stoves is the difference in the secondary combustion air that's recirculated through the fire that makes them so much efficient, and so the EPA rating is these heat tubes run this direction inside the stove from front to back, whereas most of the stoves run from side to side. So if you lay on the floor and look up inside at the ceiling of the stove, it's absolutely mesmerizing. It's almost like watching fireworks. As the gases come out and start combusting out of those air tubes, they just kind of do this really cool flame that kind of flickers around, where you can just sit there and feel nice and toasty and warm, and it just is really relaxing to just lay there and watch it. It's really, really neat to see. If you lay down here.
Oh, cool.
You see that rectangular shape thing?
Uh-huh.
If you were just laying right here and watching that when the stove's burning, the gas, this is where the heated secondary air comes into the stove, is through that tube, and it literally, the gases shoot out and combust, and it's almost like a gas burner at the ceiling of your stove, where this really incredible different color blue, purple, yellow, orange flames just kind of go poof, 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 poof. And that's your secondary air and your unused gases combusting to get you the more BTUs. I've literally been I've seen them burning, and they're really cool. Very tranquil. If you want to lay down and relax, that's the place to do it. Well, we just installed this custom 1101 Napoleon insert into Shelby's house here. She's the daughter of Hank Jagsma here in Orland. And they're out here on a big dairy farm, and Shelby says that she likes this stove, and I was going to ask her a few questions about it. What do you like about this stove?
I like that it'll bring more heat to Christmas time, and it's really nice looking too.
Didn't it come out nice?
It did. I like the color.
And one thing I want to make sure that you know is when you're here watching this fire, if you lay on that floor and look up at the ceiling of the stove and look at the air tubes that circulate the combustion air back into the flame, it's almost mesmerizing, very tranquil, very relaxing to sit there and watch it, because it put on kind of a mini light show for you. It just kind of puffs and you can see them igniting and stuff. So it's really cool. And then you have your fan blower and the whole works. And you guys are going to have the best of both worlds. Be able to sit here and watch this flat screen, big screen TV and the fire at the same time. You got to be jazzed about that.
I am. That's really fun. I always sit right here in my beanbag.
On your beanbag? Well, when you sit there, make sure you get to a point where you can look right up here at the ceiling in that rectangular tube that runs across the ceiling of the stove this direction, and you'll see what I'm talking about the flames. And if you get too warm, remember, you can just turn this fan off.
Sounds good.
Okay? Well, Shelby, I'm glad you're happy with this installation.
I am.
And we'll see you next year when we come in for your annual cleaning.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you.
You bet. Thank you. You guys are like professionals.